In traditional AMMs, liquidity just sits there doing nothing, and this becomes passive, predictable, and painfully inefficient. Traders face wide spreads, poor price discovery, and slippage, and this might even make your wallet go dry. But then HumidiFi came along and said, no, we're built different. Alright, imagine this. You open a DEX on Solana, swap Solana for USDC, and your order feels faster and tighter than even Binance. Does this sound impossible? HumidiFi handles over $1 billion in daily trading volume. Guess what? That's like 40% of all Solana spot trading. Oh yeah, it is that worth. Why should you care about this as a Solana trader? Solana is basically the tech edge. On Solana, we have block times that are milliseconds and execution speed matters. HumidiFi's prop AMA uses a proprietary oracle system that updates codes faster than centralized exchanges. It optimizes for lightweight compute units, enabling real-time price across majors like Solana, ETH, and then BTC. What does this mean? You get tighter spreads than centralized exchanges and better feels without ever leaving the Solana chain. Very simple. HumidiFi launched in June 2025, and by November 2025 is already doing $10 billion in weekly volume, occasionally beating Uniswap's total across 36 chains. It is now dominating 50 to 70% of Solana DEX markets. It's basically data-backed proof that active liquidity works. Not passive, but active. Because when your AMM thinks like a trader, then liquidity becomes perfection. You might also be wondering, why did I choose Solana to be the home of HumidiFi? Actually, it is because this kind of performance isn't possible on Ethereum or BNB chain. And only Solana's high throughput architecture lets HumidiFi push prop AMM tech to its limits. Basically having real-time coding, dynamic oracles, and microsecond adjustment, which is all fully on-chain. HumidiFi is price discovery for internet capital markets. HumidiFi uses a custom price oracle and an on-chain quoting logic that reacts instantly. On Solana, that's possible because the chain is very fast. We're talking updates in milliseconds. If you found HumidiFi, then you found the Wettest execution engine in DeFi. Let's talk about culture and community. The HumidiFi community calls themselves the veterans, which is really cool. I guess derived from the word veterans. And their motto is simply wetter codes, wetter feels, and wetter vibes. HumidiFi proves something very important that you should know about. Active liquidity outperforms passive liquidity. Instead of waiting for volume, it actually creates volume by pricing better, faster, and smarter. And that's what makes it a model for where DeFi is heading on Solana. Less idle liquidity and more intelligent execution. So yeah, HumidiFi started from basically nothing and made Solana the wettest chain in DeFi. If you're still trading dry, maybe it is time for you to touch water. So next time someone tells you to go to a centralized exchange to do your trading, tell them, no bro, I found HumidiFi where liquidity is overflowing on Solana.